This is the comment of the week, and it's coming to us from Titus Panel 6009. This was on the Black Superman video. You guys might remember, okay? The Black Superman video that I put out there. It's probably my biggest watched video of the week. And he was basically stating here, hey, 100% agree with you, brother. Why can't they just give me an original black superhero or just put out the ones we already have? Like Icon, Static, or better yet, make some original black superheroes that are interesting and entertaining. Hey, buy the rights to Meteor Man. This cat is bringing out Meteor Man and bring that guy back. I love that superhero from the 90s. All right, so thank you, Titus Panel. You get the comment of the week, and it's going to kind of bring us right into the first topic that we got going on right here, which is the Black Superman. T, I didn't get your comments on this, okay? I didn't hear what you had to say about this situation with a Black Superman coming through. Me and you always had these conversations behind closed doors, but I want to hear what you think right now when it comes to James Gunn saying, yeah, J.J. Abrams and the Black Superman project. Oh, yeah, that's still a thing. That's still a thing. That's still going to happen. What is your opinion of that, and what do you want to talk about?
I would say this, man. You know, we talk about this all the time. I like Icon. Icon's a great character, man. He's a great holdover from the other universe that they brought over, which I think they fused with the Dakotaverse, right? If they
Milestone Comics
first. So if they bring those over, man, it'd be awesome, man. Like, just do something. You could do something with Static Shock too. Do something. And he's got a great sidekick that they incorporated into Rocket. She's great. Why aren't you doing this? And then you everybody gets a piece. Everybody gets a piece there. You got the SJWs side fulfilled. You got the whole woke side fulfilled, and you get something different that people aren't aware of, that your IP could really be like, hey man, this is pretty interesting, dude. It's the only thing right now is what we say. The movie industry it's hard to back something that is new. It's really hard to back it because I don't want to have a flop, man. You know, you just basically had a big flop with Aquaman and the Marvels, dude. You know, those were
huge flops.
I mean, and we're talking, when I mean new, I'm talking about post-pandemic, dude. Like the movies right now, guys, it sucks. So I get that they're scared. I know what we want, but just because we want something doesn't mean the dollars are going to follow, man. They got so much repair work to do, man. You know,
absolutely.
Like, just too much repair work. This is a great character that they need to incorporate somehow, man. Just to get
let's talk about him real quick, okay? Who is Milestone's Black Superman? Icon. This is the guy right here. A lot of people don't know about Icon, you know, but Icon has a great backstory. All right, he's a terrific character. You know, as this headline says, this is on a Screen Rant. He is one of DC's most underrated heroes ever created. But now he's back and better than ever. This was back 2 or 3 years ago, almost 3 years ago. Remember, they were bringing back all of the Milestone comics. They were going to reintroduce them and really go hard. And then it's like we haven't heard anything about them, at least in terms of the DCU. We haven't heard that they're going to be integrated into films and television. So I think that's a big problem. Now, T, let me ask you an honest question. Why won't they bring Icon in? What's the problem with Icon? Why won't they bring him in? And be honest, T. Be honest. Look, somebody in the chat already answered it. Why won't they bring him in? Say it. It's all right, T. You can say it. You can say it. Why won't they bring Icon in?
Because he's conservative.
Because he's conservative. Because he's conservative, folks. That's what this guy answered already, okay? They won't do Icon because he's conservative. Because he doesn't fit the what? He doesn't fit the agenda. Okay, he doesn't fit the agenda, and that's the reason why they don't want to go with this cat, because he's a black superhero who also is conservative. And I thought that this was absolutely interesting. I'm gonna bring this article up, right? How Milestone's Black Superman influenced a real Supreme Court justice. How many of you guys know the name Clarence Thomas? All right, and then it turns out that Clarence Thomas is a fan of Icon. Now, you guys can imagine if this movie comes out, somebody is going to interview Clarence Thomas, and Clarence Thomas is just going to rave and go on and on. And oh my God, Icon is such an amazing hero. This guy is a classic hero. I love Icon. And you can't have that. You can't have a black conservative out there clapping up a hero and saying, wow, like, look at this great character. I love this story because he jumps into it right here, right? Yeah, this one right here. It says Icon was a standout in both the Milestone universe and arguably comic books in general for being such a staunch conservative. This was compounded by his conservatism seemingly clashing with his racial background, with many other black people considering him a sellout within his series. I mean, come on, man. It's like they preaching to the choir right here, man. It's like they talking to me and you. Even in a shared universe meant to give better representation towards traditionally underrepresented groups, Icon's political and ideological beliefs make him a minority within a minority. As Milestone co-creator Derek Dingle told Comic Book in 2017, he wanted Icon to be a Republican to showcase true diversity amongst the publisher's heroes. This move gave Icon a fan in one of the most unlikely places. And then it goes on to talk about how Clarence Thomas really liked this character. Now, again, I like this situation because they even say it right here. Let me click this comment off. They even say it right here, okay? Is that this is what true diversity looks like. You know, they always talk about diversity, equity, inclusion. You know, let's get the right skin colors to come in here, you know, but the messages and the philosophies, everything is always the same, right? It's always the same. But yet you have Icon, who is black, all right, who is a black superhero, original black character coming in, and he has a completely different point of view. And oh no, we'll never do this. You know, Icon has been black superhero fans, nerds, geeks, whatever. They have been begging and absolutely pleading for Icon to come take the reins and jump in. And people have just been completely avoiding it. DC hasn't done it. I haven't heard anything about James Gunn pushing this character, but yet they're going to go and do Black Superman. Yeah, here we go. We're going to do Calvin Ellis. You know, a character that people, you know, some people like Calvin Ellis. I'm not going to say Calvin Ellis is a terrible character, but I mean, it's just a race swap Kal-El. All right. They even got the Cal and the L in there. Calvin Ellis or Val Zod. A lot of y'all liking Val Zod. I seen Val Zod pop up in the comments, you know. So to me, this is the move. If you're really trying to do it, because again, it's true diversity. And even
they don't want to touch this because this dude is a backstory that is very, very unique, right? It's not that he's attached. He just happens to be who he is. You know what I mean? He's not attached to anything. His story is very, very creative, right? And
I love his story.
If you incorporated him, even Superman thinks he's a mystery. Like, who is this guy? Like, what? Like, you need that to go on, but you know they're not going to touch him because his backstory is something else. And his backstory is very interesting, and who he is presently is very interesting. And those are two competing interests that they don't want to lose. They don't want to pander to the crowd because you know what? People want to attach themselves to this new superhero. They're going to be like, yeah, this is it, right? The only reason Blue Beetle didn't do well in the movie theater is because it didn't have backing behind it. It didn't have, you had the strike going on. They didn't project that to the right audience like they should have. They really
tried.
took that audience for granted. They took that audience for granted. They didn't go all in like they should have. And it was really sad because I love that character, man. And it's I think that's and DC's a little leery of that. They just tried to do that with Blue Beetle. Great, freaking awesome character.
Blue Beetle is amazing. Blue Beetle is an amazing character. And I don't think that the movie did Blue Beetle justice at all. I like this comment from this guy. If they ever bring Icon in, they'll commit the level of character assassination they've been doing to Peter Parker and Marvel recently. You better believe it, man. You better believe it. They ain't going to do Icon right because you can't. I don't think in this current environment, I don't think they would have the guts to put Icon out as is. They would have to destroy the character or try to change him up some way to make him somewhat, palatable, to mainstream audiences. And nobody's going to be rocking with a conservative black superhero. Are you kidding me? Can you imagine a conservative black superhero right now in this current environment? Man, people would be
Black Lightning was sort of like that.
He was close. He was close, but he's not Icon. He's not a Superman level character. And I think that's the problem that you have right there. Okay. Rogue Sarge says, bring back Luke Cage. We're going to get to that, Rogue Sarge. We got something to talk about when it comes to Iron Fist. And I'll be interested to see if, I know you got to check out early, T, but I'll be interested to see some comments from you in regards to what's going on with Iron Fist. Also, the brand damage from DC and Gunn's universe reset screwed up all the movies this year. Yeah, that's really what it was. Blue Beetle, all of these films. Aquaman, Blue Beetle, even The Flash, and Shazam, they were all victims of a reset universe. You know, once they reset the universe, nobody cared anymore. You know, it's like, well, why am I coming to watch this? I don't give a damn, you know? But yeah, that's the issue right there. You know, that this universe right now is in turmoil. All right. And that's what kind of just that's why this was a head scratcher. Oh, not this one. I'm sorry. This one here. You know, still dragging in this Black Superman stuff. Like, just forget this idea it was even thought of. You know, move on from Black Superman. Let's start talking about other characters that you can bring in. And you have a Black Superman in your back pocket with Icon. Go ahead and use that guy. You know, and that's something that's, again, true diversity. You know, it's not just skin color diversity, but a diversity of thought. And that would be interesting to see, you know, characters like Icon coming into conflict with some of the other DC characters and watching those ideologies come back and forth. That would be an interesting thing to watch.
But this is not coming out. This is not coming out, D, because what? Hollywood, they are hypocrites, dude. As much as they talk about woke and diversity, they don't have the support staff to support this. Who are you going to have to play this role? You're going to have what? Mahershala Ali? You're going to have fucking Michael B. Jordan? You're going to recycle characters like you've been doing, dude. Yeah, you got away with it with, hey, Chris Evans being Johnny Blaze and then turning into Captain America. You don't have a legacy right now to stand on. You don't have any kind of you have no kind of succession plan to give Hollywood to, man. And it is a major problem, man. That's why these movies are flopping, dude. They have nothing. YouTube is the biggest superstar that you'll ever see.
Yep. 100%. I couldn't agree more. All right, let's go ahead and hear what some of y'all got to say about it. Let's run through some of y'all comments. Icon landed on Earth during the slavery. They don't want that smoke. Oh, no. Oh, no, they don't want to see that. Boy, man, can you again? It would take such a great writer to juggle that type of a topic and put it on in a mainstream movie. You would need a really good writer to really bring that out. Yeah, that would be real tough to do.